Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. 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 When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. Today is Monday, February 20th, 2023. We are about to do a live, in-depth planetary puja using the chart of now, based on my current location in the state of New Mexico in the USA. My name is Swamini Valli. I am a Pillai Center teacher and priestess, and also an AstroVed astrologer. I'm very happy to be hosting this program Monday through Friday on this channel. Dr. Pillai has said the planets and stars are more than just objects in outer space. There is also a divine light being associated with all of them. In doing the puja, we are reaching out to those light beings for their blessings and inviting their positive energies to flow into us and into our world. To do the puja, I'm using the South Indian style layout of the chart. I also have a small container of water, a raisin, a bell, an incense stick, a lit tea light, and a bowl of fresh flower petals that I'm going to use in doing the puja. The big news, I guess, astrologically for us is that over the weekend, Neptune finally moved from Aquarius into Pisces. He's just barely across the line. He's at 0 degrees, I think, 4 minutes. And so, he's going to move very, very slowly, but that's kind of a big one when one of the outer planets makes a transit for us. And he did it on Shivaratri Day for us in North America. And Neptune is the planet that helps with our intuition and understanding our own inner life. And he has now moved into Pisces, the most metaphysical of all the zodiac signs. And he's sitting there with Jupiter, who rules the sign, and Venus, who's exalted there. So it's a very interesting combination. Some of you may have deeper spiritual visions, dreams, experiences, while that particular trio is sitting there in that sign, as it may take everyone a bit deeper in their spiritual life at the moment. All right, to start the puja, I'm going to first take the little container of water and sprinkle a few drops of water on all 4 sides of the blackboard chart to purify the space for the puja. I'm sprinkling a few drops of water on my own head to purify me. And I'm sending a few drops of water out into space to symbolically purify all of you, so that whether you're watching this live or later on a replay, everyone's been purified for the puja. Next, I'm going to invoke Ganesha to remove obstacles for us. Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang. I ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja. And I ask Ganesha to remove obstacles in the lives of all the participants in the physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual areas of our lives. I ask Ganesha to remove obstacles for all of us now and always. And I thank him for his help with this. Now we do a short Tamil chant, asking all of the planets to be beneficial towards us. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atihar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atihar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atihar Arvarku Mikave. We ask all of the planets to be beneficial today towards us and towards our world. We thank Saint Yanasamunda for teaching this chant, and we are grateful to Dr. Pillai for sharing it with us. Now, we start by honoring the time elements that are active in my local area. We start with honoring the planet that rules the day. Today is Monday, ruled by the moon. I'm going to put the flower petals on the moon on the blackboard chart that's laying flat on a side table when I say the word Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Dr. Pillai also associates Rahu with Monday, so I'm going to honor Rahu as well and put flower petals on him on the blackboard chart. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the star that the moon is in. The moment the moon is in a star called Satabisha, a star with a lot of energy for healing. Om Satabishaye Namaha. Om Satabishaye Namaha. Om Satabishaye Namaha. Next, we honor the Tithi, or the moon phase. At the moment, we're in the first waxing moon in my area, which is called Pratipat in Sanskrit. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Pratipat Devye Namaha. Om Pratipat Devye Namaha. Om Pratipat Devye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that's ruling the hour. In my local area, that's Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Now we are going to acknowledge the yoga and the Karana time elements. Dr. Pillai said for these time elements, we would not use flower petals. We would say their names 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called Shiva, that has energies that are benevolent. Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. And the Karana that's active right now is one called Kimstugna, which has energies that are destructive. Kimstugna, Kimstugna, Kimstugna. Now, we turn our attention to the chart of the moment. Dr. Pillai said we would always start with whatever sign is the current ascendant sign, or the sign coming up in the eastern horizon in the local area. This is, symbolized with the letters AC. And today, this morning, the ascendant is now in the sign of Pisces. Pisces is ruled by Jupiter. Dr. Pillai said we would start with honoring the ruler of the ascendant sign as a gesture of his importance at the moment. So I start with invoking Jupiter and put flower petals on him. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now, starting in the ascendant, we're going to go around the chart in a clockwise fashion, acknowledging the planets, the stars they're in, the archetypes that rule those stars, the planets that rule those stars, and the planets that rule the signs that have planets in them. Starting in the ascendant of Pisces, Pisces today has Neptune, who just moved in over the weekend, Venus, and Jupiter. I start with honoring Neptune. I put the flower petals on him. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune is in a star called Purvabhadrapada, a star that helps with enlightenment and charity and purification. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada star is ruled by Aja Ekapada, an archetype who can help us experience deeper levels of stillness and forgiveness. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada star is ruled by Jupiter. I put flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor Venus and Jupiter for being in Pisces. They are both in the same star, so I'm going to honor both of them before we honor the star. I start with Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Next, we honor Jupiter for being in Pisces. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Venus and Jupiter are both in a star called Uttara Bhadrapada. Dr. Pillai says this is a star that can help us with business development. We honor this star, and I put the flower petals across Venus and Jupiter. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Uttara Bhadrapada star is ruled by Ayurveda, an archetype who can help to guard treasures and valuables. I put the flower petals across Venus and Jupiter. Om Ayurveda Namaha. Om Ayurveda Namaha. Om Ayurveda Namaha. Uttara Bhadrapada star is ruled by Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Meena or Pisces, the most metaphysical and transcendental of all the zodiac signs, today containing Neptune, a planet that helps with our intuition and our ability to understand our own inner life, and Venus, who is exalted in this sign, planet of love, planet that helps with love of God, planet of beauty, planet of enjoyment of material plane comforts and the arts, and Jupiter, a planet who helps with everything related to spirituality, as well as a planet that can help with wealth and everything related to banking or legal matters. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Misha or Aries, which today contains Rahu and Uranus. Both Rahu and Uranus are in the same star right now, so we will honor both of them before we invoke the star. I start with Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor Uranus for being in Aries. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Both Rahu and Uranus are in a star called Bharani, a star with a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti or power or energy. I put the flower petals across Rahu and Uranus. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Bharani star is ruled by Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Bharani star is ruled by Yama, an archetype of justice. We ask him to bless us to be just and merciful towards others, and also to bring justice into our world. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Misha, or Aries, a fire sign with very active energies, today containing Rahu, planet that helps us to make friends with new technologies, and Uranus, a planet that helps with success in life, higher intelligence, and also astrology. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Vrishabha, or Taurus, which today contains Mars. I honor Mars and put the flower petals on him. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in a star called Rohini, a star of prosperity, beauty, and creativity. We ask for blessings from Rohini star, and I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Rohini star is ruled by Brahma, an archetype of creation and creativity. Brahma is the husband of the goddess Saraswati. We ask for blessings from Brahma. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Rohini star is ruled by the moon. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Taurus, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishabha, or Taurus, an earth sign with very grounded energies and also a great love of luxury and comforts. Today, containing Mars, a planet that's competitive, that likes to give us the energy for winning and having victory. Mars likes to take practical action to solve problems that can be solved. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Tula or Libra, which today contains Ketu. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu is in a star called Swati, a star symbolized as young shoots of plants blowing in the wind. This is a star that can give divine blessings for independence, and also a star that can help with our breath, which, as we learned during COVID, is so very, very important. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Vayu, the archetype who rules the wind and the air element. He's also the father of Hanuman. We honor Vayu, and I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Libra is ruled by Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula or Libra, a zodiac sign with energies for balance, harmony, and fairness, today containing Ketu, who is sometimes called the saintly planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign that has a planet in it is Makara or Capricorn, which today contains Pluto and also Mercury. We start with honoring Pluto. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Pluto is in a star called Uttara Ashada, a star that can give long-lasting blessings for success. I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Uttarshada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 archetypes who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. We ask for blessings from all 10 of them, and I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the sun. I put the it's ruled by the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we honor Mercury for being in Capricorn. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Mercury is in a star called Shravana, a star that can give blessings for money, and also a star that can give blessings to help us to hear beyond people's words, to be able to hear what's in their hearts. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Shravanaye Namaha. Om Shravanaye Namaha. Om Shravanaye Namaha. Shravana star is ruled by Vishnu, an archetype who helps to sustain and maintain the universe. Vishnu can give us blessings for protection, for healing, and also for wealth. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha. Shravana star is ruled by the moon. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara, or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can activate ancient past life skills and abilities, today containing Pluto, a planet that helps with rationality and science, and Mercury, a planet that helps with communication, with business, and also with our sense of humor. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with planets in it is Kumbha, or Aquarius, which today contains Saturn and the Sun and the Moon. We start with honoring Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Saturn is in a star called Dhanishta, a star that can give blessings for prosperity, music, good reputation. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Dhanishta star is ruled by the 8 Vasus, 8 light beings who each rule different spheres of existence. I put the flower petals on top of Saturn. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Dhanishta star, which is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Next, we're going to honor the sun and the moon for being in Aquarius. The sun and the moon are also in the same star, so we're going to honor both of them before we invoke the star. I start with the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we honor the moon for being in Aquarius. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. The sun and the moon are both in a star called Satabisha. I put the flower petals across the sun and the moon. Satabisha is a star with energy for healing. One of its nicknames is 100 physicians. I put the flower petals across the sun and the moon. Om Satabishaye Namaha. Om Satyabhishaye Namaha. Om Satyabhishaye Namaha. Satyabhisha's star is ruled by Varuna, the archetype who rules the rains and the oceans. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Satyabhisha's star, which is Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Aquarius, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kumbha, or Aquarius, the most humanitarian of all the zodiac signs, today containing Saturn, a planet that helps with patience, structure, and compassion. The sun, which is our soul, and also a planet so important for our health and our self-esteem. And the moon, which is our mind and our emotions, and our ability to be receptive to light. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, I take a lit tea light and I hold it above the blackboard that has the chalkboard chart on it and has all the piles of flower petals. And in the air, I circle it above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of light to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked. Next, I take a lit incense stick and I offer that, representing the air element, and also a sweet fragrance. And I circle that above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Next, I'm going to ring a bell representing the element of sound. Now I take a little raisin representing the earth as a piece of fruit, and I circle that above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. And later I'll eat that as a piece of prasad, or sacred food. Now I make prayer hands and make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked, asking them to send their positive blessings into the lives of all of us and into the lives of our families, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, clean air to breathe, a safe place to live, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs, and may everyone on this planet have love in their life, now and always. I ask for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I pray for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. And I make a bow. You can continue to make your own prayers in silence for a minute, and then we can do a short Q&A period. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Thank you all so much for joining us. I truly appreciate your participation and your support. Right now, we have time for a short question and answer period. If you would like to post your questions in the chat, I will do my best to try and answer them. Again, the big astrology news for today was that Neptune had entered into Pisces on Saturday in North America on Shivaratri. So he was in a new sign for us today during the puja. Also today in the United States, it's a holiday called President's Day. So for some people, things like banks, the post office, etc., may be closed today on Monday, and some people may have a holiday from work. Okay. Checking the chat for questions. I hope some of you got a chance to rest up after the Shivaratri evening. It was a fantastic night with the different teachers and with Dr. Pillai's initiation and a fire lab. It was a beautiful experience, and I think some people had some very beautiful experiences during it. Okay, checking the chat, not seeing any questions being posted today, which is fine. I'll go ahead then and end the live stream for today, and I will see you again then tomorrow. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all.